All right, so I wanted to have a little bit of a word to you about this idea of bossy E and magical E. And I wanted to talk to you about linguistically one of the issues with how we have traditionally taught this. So what we tend to do sometimes is say, for example, we have the word hop and the E comes along and it tells the op to say O, okay? Now, I love a narrative for children, but the problem with this is that it doesn't help us with words like lake, for example, okay? Because we can't take off that E, okay? And the other problem is that hope and hop have nothing to do each other. So it's kind of like a very random connection. And if a child is writing a story and they want to write the word hope, they're not triggered to think of hop, for example, because in terms of semantics, meaning, the two of them are not connected at all. And if you look at all the words that we use, so something like cap turns into cape, same thing. They're not connected in meaning at all, so it's not very helpful to use that. One thing that we can do to help children, if we're looking at the A sound, for example, is help them notice particular patterns that will be helpful for their spelling. So we don't really have to worry about the AY spelling because that only comes at the end of a base word. The real decision is whether to write AI or A with a split digraph E, okay? So whether I'm writing this or whether I'm writing A with an E at the end. And what you might notice that there's certain patterns that occur. So if I have A followed by a K sound, most of them fall into this group over here. So we have words like rake, and I'm particularly talking about words that children need to learn early and quickly, because as they develop their literacy skills, they're going to become much better at categorizing these words automatically. But in the very beginning, we really need to show them that these patterns exist. So we have rake, bake, cake, lake. Okay, so you can hear that we have two sounds next to each other, a, k, and this is the best spelling pattern for that. There's not many words that fit into there for that one. So that helps us narrow it down. So when I'm writing a word and at the end I hear a, k, my spelling choice is going to be this one. The same is for many words that have a, So something like, I know that we have the word aim, okay, but if we have like blame, same, frame, dame, came, all right, you can start to see that there's going to be many words. So think of it as a game of probability. So we need to teach the children the most likely choices. And then if they make mistakes, they're going to learn from those mistakes, but we need to kind of narrow down the options for them, okay? Same with if we have words that end in a, or, a lot of them fit in this category. So like fail, sail, rail. Okay, so over here we do have whale, for example, but we might have mail, what else? Trail. Okay, so you start to see that there's these groups of words that they can learn together, okay? So it's really important that we support children to narrow down the options by helping them see these patterns that occur in our language. And we say patterns, they're not rules, because obviously we have the word whale that belongs over here, but look at how many words they can successfully spell if they start to really listen to the sounds in their words. So have a go with your children at always trying to brainstorm as many patterns as possible to help them figure things out a little more easily.